Hello, hi, and welcome to Empathic Fire. I am your reader, Jay. These are going to be general messages for the sign of Cancer in mid-June 2020. Hello, Cancer. How are you guys doing? I hope you guys are doing well. All right, friends, off the bat, happy birthday to Cancers that will be celebrating at the tail end of June. I hope whenever you're celebrating, whether it's in June or July, you have an amazing day. Hopefully you're able to go out and celebrate. We still, in June 2020, we're still under, pandemic conditions, so things are opening up slowly but surely, but there still are so many precautions in place. So if you are out celebrating, if you're getting together with friends and family, I would say to do so very safely, very cautiously, in the middle of trying to celebrate your season, celebrate your special day, okay? General announcements for you guys before we get started. I will be uploading your birthday message on the first day of Cancer season, which I count as June 21st, I think I usually put it up, or the 22nd, one of those days, the 20th, the 21st, or the 22nd. I gotta look at my notes. I always forget which day it is. No offense to you guys. So you'll have a birthday message posted on that day. Sometime in July, probably the second weekend in July, I'll go live for your sign. I'll answer Cancer questions for people who show up to the live. So if you want to possibly meet up with me and do that, you have that to look forward to. And I'm still going to do a general collective live for the general collective in June sometime. So you have those two things to look forward to during your birthday season, as well as your mid-June, your July, your mid-July, all those messages that I normally give to every zodiac sign whenever my regular schedule of videos is available. So, other than that, I also want to make a general announcement. I'm putting it out in all the videos because I feel like it needs to be addressed, but it's like I'm not going to make a separate video for it, so I'm just going to, insert this in every greeting for every video. I know that it's a crazy world out there right now with the pandemic still going on, and it's affecting so many people, as well as civil unrest and many social changes that are going on very rapidly here in the States and across the world. And just very generally, Cancer, I am a member. I'm going to say I'm a member because I'm not actually demonstrating, but I am a very strong supporter of the Black Lives Matter movement. I don't feel that that should be a controversial thing. I don't think it should be an automatic thing because I am a Black American, but it is something that I think needs to be stated because it's a movement and it's a cause, and it's this call for equality and equity that really affects so many people. And if it's controversial to you, if you disagree with that, that's totally fine. I respect other people's opinions, but I need it to be stated out front because, there's like a, I don't know, I've just been pulled to, declare it publicly because I'm doing it in my private life, so I might as well do it in my business life as well. Does that make sense? So there's that, okay? If you disagree, if you don't want to engage with tarot readers who say anything politically, that's totally fine. I respect people's opinions, and I respect that people might not want to endure that, but I'm just going to say it there, and hopefully, that'll be that, okay? So on with the regular intro for the tarot reading. You guys, this is the mid-month, so it's going to mimic how I do personal readings. It is not a personal reading, though. It still very much is a general reading. So again, the style of it is as if it was a personal, but the message is still very general, okay? If you want a personal, you can find that information in the description box below. If you have questions before you place an order, just go ahead and email me at the same address. Also down there, you're going to see the timestamp, so if you want to jump to when the reading actually begins, go ahead and click it. That's why I put it there. And the link for my Instagram is also down there, where I'm doing intuitive interpretations of oracle cards over on Instagram if you're interested in having a little slice of me on that platform, okay? All right, Cancer, let's get into it. Again, happy birthday, guys. I hope you have an amazing birthday season. Let's get into it. Let's see some energies, messages, and insights for Cancers in mid-June, please. Energies, messages, and insights for Cancer in mid-June. Please show me. Thank you. Just two. Thank you. All right, let's see what comes out for you guys. No. There we go. One. No. It's like they want to, but they don't make it out. There you go. Is it 2 or 3? Are we starting with 2 or 3? start with 2. Thank you. All right. Cancer, you have the Daughter of Earth, aka the Page of Pentacles, and the Eight of Water, aka God, I can't even think. 8 of Cups. Thank you. Daughter of Earth, Earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn potentially in your life. And like I said, the 8 of Water, aka the 8 of Cups in this deck, it is called Despair. It is associated with Saturn in Pisces if you look at the glyphs that are on the card. So I get the sense that you, Cancer, are dealing with someone who moves quite slowly. With Earth element here related to Pentacles in traditional tarot, and this 8 of Cups depicting a turtle presumably caught up in some type of sea debris or sea pollution, or I mean in general turtles just move slow, right? So you're dealing with either a situation or a person that is developing slowly, that is taking a while to become something, right? Daughters, aka pages, are also known to be sort of the novices in the court cards within the tarot deck. So you have daughters, sons, queens, and kings, aka pages, knights, queens, and kings, right? So this is a very immature energy, it feels like. This person or you, it could be you, but I really feel for many of you Cancers, it's someone else. And this person is very charming, like they're very nice, you know, they're not offensive really, but, and they're sensitive, thank you, they're sensitive and they're very smart and they're very, I would say they're ambitious or enthusiastic about certain things, but their pace in life or their pace in this situation is super, super slow, and they might be overanalyzing, or they might be, you know, overly cautious. There's something about a desire to develop something, because all pages or daughters are interested in creation or interested in studying and running analysis and learning something new and engaging in something new. They're usually very enthusiastic energies, but with it being the earth element, it's not as full throttle as if this was fire or air, right? Even water could be a little bit more quote unquote exciting. And not that this person is boring. It's just like their energy is very reserved, okay? So that's you or someone else. Male or female, you know, earth sign or not, it's a general, so take it with a grain of salt, yeah? And I feel like this could be like a partner for you in business, a partner romantically, a good friend or a new friend or something like that. And as you get to know this person, I feel like there's a lot of sheltered energy around this person. Not sheltered as in they don't know anything, but sheltered as in they protect themselves. Thank you, that's the word. So they're protecting themselves, right? Because you get to the 8 of Water, aka again 8 of Cups, and you've got this turtle, which again is a slow-moving energy. And water isn't known. I mean, it's the second slowest of all the elements, right? But it flows normally, right? It flows. But we see this turtle not in the sea or in a body of water. We see it tied up in kelp or whatever the hell that is. And so there's like this restriction going on. Like I said, I feel like this person protects themselves or they hold themselves back. And then when you think about what a turtle is, it's an animal with a big, thick shell like that protects it. You know what I mean? And a defense mechanism, I assume, for most turtles, if not all, is to retract into the shell, right? If you're in danger, you just, you know, pull in your arms and your legs and your head and wish for the best, right? So I get the sense that this person, whether it's you or someone else, Cancer, is not ready for whatever is happening. When we talk about the 8 of Cups or the 8 of Water in traditional aspects of tarot, we're talking about dissatisfaction. We're talking about possibly, as this card indicates, despair. Okay, we're talking about someone not being emotionally fulfilled where they are and they're seeking something new. Now, I do get the sense that this person is on the move or making plans, but it's not actually coming into physical presentations. It's not happening. Like you can't see it or nobody can see that you're making these moves. Like it's all in your head or it's all in your heart. Like maybe it's a fantasy. That's a possibility. Okay, thank you. It could just be a fantasy at this point or like a daydreaming scenario at this point, but the desire is there because again, the daughter is an enthusiastic energy. All of them, daughter of earth, air, water, fire, all of it. They want to do something different, new, exciting, go on a new adventure, invest in a new business, etc., etc., etc. The problem with the daughters, again, not based on gender or anything like that. It's just an energy marker. This person has apprehension. This person has concerns. This person has to analyze the data before they actually make a move. So you could call that savvy. You could call that smart. You could call that being thorough. I would agree with that. But I also, it's the combination of the two cards where it feels like this person is extra, extra careful. Maybe they've got something to lose. That could be a reason. They could have something to lose, but then they could also be afraid or cautious or worried about what they're moving towards, right? Because the Eight of Cups or the Eight of Water is a card of motion, going away from what you already know, which is not satisfactory, towards something unknown, which could be just as unsatisfactory. But this combination, if this was like a Knight of Fire, right? If this was like the Knight of Wands and that, I wouldn't be so like, oh, this person is, so, protective. I would think that this person was bold and brave and they were ready for anything. The Daughter of Earth, no offense to anybody, no offense to you or whoever this is not really known to be like a fighter, fighting smartly. And again, it's not a bad thing. I just get the sense of whoever this is, they're treading lightly towards whatever change and newness that they're seeking in their life. It's interesting. What other messages do you have for Cancer at this time, please? Do I want to clarify the Eight of Water? I think it's pretty clear. This person, to talk about them a little bit further, this person also, I think, is very kindred to you. You might be relatives. You might be this person's daughter, or they might be your daughter, right? But I get the sense of this person and you are very close, or you're developing a close relationship, and that could also be the caution. If you're new to each other, it would be very strange, possibly, for them to want to be involved with you so quickly, or you versus them. There's like oh man, is this like for real? And I mean, granted, if most of us have been kind of kept indoors on and off for like the past 2 to 3 months or 3 to 4 months at this point, right? If that's the case, it kind of makes sense that how is it smart, is it safe to go rushing back out into civilization, to go rushing back out into these social engagements and becoming super close with someone that you met on a random Zoom call, or like you met through a dating app, whatever. And so if this person is new, a part of the apprehension is the newness. Like, how could it be so amazing even though we just met? Or why am I so drawn to this person even though we just met? This person is trying to be very practical about it. They're trying to make practical sense out of your connection. That would play for everybody, whether you know them, like if they're a new person in your life or not. Someone here, if not both of you, are trying to understand what the hell this connection is all about, why you're drawn to each other, and it would be compounded or made even more complex if this person is dealing with their own emotional baggage. Because that's the other thing that you could say about the Eight of Cups, emotional baggage. And you go from the 8 seeking the 9 of Cups or the 9 of Water, which is more peaceful, more promising, more it's happier, it's more fulfilling, right? So this person they're dealing with a lot. And they might be lost in the sauce because of this Daughter of Earth energy. Again, daughters, pages are very young energies. They don't have to be a young person, but their ability to handle the rough stuff is not that great. They're still learning, okay? All right, so that clarifies that. Because I was like, are we getting more information? Nope, I'm just going to go on a tangent to clarify what we were talking about earlier. So now we're going to get some further information. Further information for Cancers, please. Please show me. Further information for Cancers at this time, please show me. Okay, the Fool. Secondary major for Aquarius. Also sometimes Aries, but I usually say Aquarius. And 10 of Fire, Oppression, aka 10 of Wands. Okay. So definitely this person or you, whoever this is for, is trying to get off on a new path, trying to launch themselves onto a new path. And maybe launch is not the best word, because I told you this energy up here is very slow. This energy is not, rushing towards something. Yeah. And it takes a certain amount of bravery or a certain amount of dedication. Not dedication, take that back. Bravery, it takes a, maybe it takes like just a definitive answer or a definitive action. Thank you. Definitive action. This person might lack that. Okay. And that okay, that's wonderful artwork to kind of depict that. Definitive action. When we get to the Fool card, look at the art of this. Again, you see the alchemic symbol down at the bottom for air. So I don't know how much definitive action you could expect from a baby. I'm not calling this person a baby. I'm not saying they're immature in that way, but like literally think of a newborn or a small child. Like how much definitive autonomous action can a baby exhibit, right? So there is this it's like, I can't get away from this image and this idea of a newborn. Maybe, okay, that would make sense. If this is a business partner, someone who wants to go into business, they've never owned a business before. They don't know anything about it. Maybe they went to school for pottery, or some type of arts. They have no classes under their belt about what it takes to run a business, what it takes to come up with a proposal and plannings. And, they don't know anything about timekeeping and bookkeeping and all that kind of stuff. All they know is how to make pots, how to decorate, and all this other kind of stuff. So like, there's like this real lack of knowledge that this person has, like a newborn, right? You take a baby from the womb, it's a sponge. It's got to learn everything from the ground up. And that could also be what's going on here. This person, aside from a business relationship or anything with you, Cancer, whoever this is, they've never done what they are wanting to do. And because they've never done it, they come in with like zero experience. Like, it's not bad. I just think that they already know it's going to be an uphill battle. It's almost possibly in some cases like a rebirth, like an absolute reset on the clock. The Fool is the 0 card. It has no value. Not like it's not valuable, but it has no value. It's not accumulated anything. That could also be going on here. There's no pentacles here or no, the earth. So there is value there. So there could be a reset in monetary senses or in physical resources that this person is apprehensive to get involved in. That makes a lot of sense, right? There have been a lot of resets on people's material resources. Okay, a lot of people lost their jobs during this pandemic. A lot of people have lost their businesses. A lot of people have had to dip into their savings, and they've reached the bottom of their savings because they had to pay their rent and all their other bills, right? So this person is on a reset path. And what I like about this, what the upside of this is, the silver lining to this, Cancer, is that the Fool card is a releasing of inhibitions, is a releasing of what you've known, right? Because again, look what's pictured there, a young baby, right? So there is value in having no experience, in that you can create whatever you want. You can set out on a certain foundation, on a certain path, because you're not literally reborn. You're not literally going back to age 0. This person could be 64 years old and experiencing a full awakening in them, or some type of reset in their life, right? But you have 64 years of some type of life experience. You've learned certain lessons. So maybe you've never gone to business school. Fine. But you've worked for a business. You've been an employee somewhere. Maybe you've been a manager somewhere. Maybe you weren't the owner of the business, but you were a manager. So you have some knowledge to bring forth with you. What you leave behind, often when we talk about tarot or the Fool in tarot Cancer, is you leave your baggage behind, which we were talking about earlier. Emotional baggage this person has. So that might be fears, doubts, insecurities. That could be certain relationships or certain aspects to relationships that are negative or toxic, right? This could be a bevy of things. Here I go saying bevy again. What the hell? Anyway, this could be a multitude of things, right? And this person leaves it behind. However, there is still some trepidation, or there is still some complication, because this 10 of fire is right next door. Again, 10 of wands, if you want to think of it in traditional interpretations. This is associated with Cancer in Sagittarius. You can see by the glyphs on the card. And the card says oppression, right? So this person is in a bind, right? This person is dealing with situations, circumstances, and other relationships or mindsets of their own that keep them guarded or keep them feeling caged, right? What do we see? We see this leopard that's in a cage, right? So what do we think of when we see any animal in a cage? Most likely we're like, oh, it's cute. But then also, in many of us, in the back of our mind, we're like, that's not fair. That's not where that animal goes. Leopards don't belong in the zoo. Leopards belong out in the desert, or where are they from? The grasslands in Africa or other places like that. Whatever. Not a zoologist. Please don't sue me. But I hope you get what I mean. So I feel like this person is bursting at the seams to let something in them out, but because of their environment, right? This leopard the environment is a zoo, is a cage. Right? So because of this environment that this person finds themselves in, they're really kind of feeling like, I have no options, or I have no way of getting out. And if you take a look at what goes on the board here, or how this has come out, it's almost as if it's bisected. It's almost as if it's split right down the middle. On the left-hand side, you've got the Daughter of Earth stacked on top of the Fool card. So there's this intention, and there's this desire, this enthusiasm of newness, and this expectation possibly of newness. Also, I didn't mention it before, but I'll mention it because this deck particularly illustrates it. The Fool card also is in this deck being associated with the fixed sign. So you see the Taurus bull down there, the tiger, which I assume would relate to Leo, and then you've got the crocodile or the alligator, which would relate to Scorpio, and then the vulture, I think, would be relating to Aquarius, right? Either way. Oh, and you see that little butterfly on top of the egg. So what does that mean? What is a butterfly? Butterflies go through metamorphosis. They were caterpillars once before they were butterflies, right? So there's this impending change. And I mentioned the fixed signs only because they were depicted there. They could apply, they don't have to, take it with a grain of salt. But there's this impending change that exists on one side of this person's consciousness, or it's a part of their daily life, or it's something that they're planning. Because again, the Daughter of Earth could be making moves, but doing it very slowly, very methodically, with the utmost of patience, right? The Daughter of Earth is not a rushing energy. If you expect it to happen tomorrow, you might as well forget it. It's not going to happen tomorrow. So if this person is making any moves, they're doing it super slowly. They're probably not communicating it that much. And that desire is basically held within. It's not openly expressed. So that's one side of what's going on in their situation or in this person's mindset. On the other side is the trouble. The trouble is emotional baggage. The trouble is, possibly not having the best outlook or the highest self-esteem anyone could have when it comes to being confident in what you're going to do next in your life. Where are you going? How are you going to get there? Who's going to be by your side? Etc., etc. There's a lot of doubt or a lot of fear wrapped up in that 8 of water, right? And then at the same time, contextually or something external to them in their environment makes them feel oppressed. So I'm really feeling, honestly, this person is probably a quiet rage type of person. And it's not a bad thing. It probably never comes out, or it comes out in ways that you wouldn't understand or expect. And they might be one of these people who goes jogging or hiking in the middle of the woods, and then they get to the top of a mountain and they start to scream their lungs out, and they scream so much they exhaust their lungs and they drop to their knees, and they're panting or they're crying. It's that type of emotional holding back that this person has. it works for them in the sense of that's what they've always done. But I think on the surface, you can't detect this, or you're not showing this to people if this is you. All right, where are we at? Not too bad. I'm going to get one more card, and then we're going to move on to the oracle message, and that'll be the reading, okay? So let's get one more card for Cancer. One more bit of advice for Cancer exiting the reading, please. Son of Fire. Okay, there's that Knight of Wands I spoke about earlier. Now, that could be you. That could be someone else. If this is you, that I do get the sense that this is someone external. Thank you. This is someone external, right? Son of Fire, aka Knight of Wands, related to the fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. They don't have to be a fire sign, but this is, I mean, look at this guy. This is like a African warrior, right? Or a young man, becoming a man, like not an apprentice, but like, oh God, what are they called? I mean, I guess you would call them an apprentice if they're not yet a warrior. But again, knights, sons, they tend to already be in that militarized or fighting spirit, right? But regardless, I feel that this person is not who we've talked about the majority of the time here. This is not them. If it is them, this is something that they want to become, and they're not there yet. But I feel in most cases, this is someone external. And this could be like a mentor or someone that is admired, okay? This person is not as practical at all as the Daughter of Earth. Not at all. Like, they don't view life in the same way. If they were in this person's shoes, they wouldn't be feeling the same way. They wouldn't be performing the same way. Like, this person is very much cut from a different cloth. They're a lot more confident in themselves. They're a lot more vibrant or outspoken in their life, in their social circles, what have you. However, they might lack focus. They might lack certain ability to commit, ability to stay on task or to stay dedicated. I think this person kind of wants to enjoy life, wants to take a big bite out of life and doesn't want to settle for anything. And that has its, pros and cons to it, because if you're looking for someone to be relied upon, this person might not be always the most reliable, or at least that's how they're being perceived, or that's how they portray themselves, They could be someone who's, living their best life, but do they have a 401k? Maybe they don't, right? And not to say that a 401k equals, you're the most stable person in the world and you should be, credited as being, a champion of adult life or something. No, but this person might not have a handle on their finances. They might not have a handle on a steady job. But they're still, but in terms of their demeanor, in terms of their energy, this person is more vibrant. Dare I say, they're happier than the Daughter of Earth a little bit. They just showed up as the final card, so I don't know everything about them, but energetically, they feel emotionally more fulfilled than this person over here, okay? So the relationship, could they be the potential partners? Maybe. Romantically, business-wise, could be a reunion or again, new friends, So whatever. There is a magnetism between these two people, no matter what the relationship is. And it might feel awkward, or it might feel like a mismatch for either one of them or both of them. They might be looking at each other like, I know that we're, connected in some type of way, and I'm interested in getting to know you and build something with you, but here's what I bring to the table and here's what you bring to the table. And I'm not, there might be a missing part of, well, how do all of our skills or all of our traits put together equal something that's progressive, positive, reliable, whatever you're trying to build together, right? That's what that feels like. All right, let's go ahead and get an oracle card for Cancer, and then we're going to wrap up this reading. Oracle card for Cancer in mid-June, please show me. Which deck? Okay. Vintage Wisdom Oracle. That can go back in the box. We don't need that. All right, Cancer, let's see what we get for you in your Oracle card. Oracle message for Cancer at this time, please show me. Oh, Lord. Let's try that again, shall we? Oracle message for Cancer at this time in mid-June, please show me. Last one, thank you. I swear to God, like, who, like, has small hands and can deal with some of these Oracle decks? It's ridiculous. Oracle message for Cancer in mid-June, please show me. Peace. Peace, 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 peace. Oh, and a baby. I'm not sensing pregnancy, but there's 2 babies now. So maybe this has to do with pregnancy. Maybe this is a first-time mother or father. That could be the apprehension, not being sure what to do now that someone has fallen pregnant and a new baby is on its way. Come on, where is it? Peace. I'm looking for peace. There it is. All right, here we go. Oh boy, this is it's a brand new book, so I've got to bend the spine a little bit. You know what? Let's hold it this way. All right, here we go. Peace for you, Cancer. This classical depiction of Mary cradling the infant Jesus was chosen for its serene and timeless beauty. The quiet lake scene in the distance suggests peace, homecoming, and the simple grace of motherhood. A cascade of fragrant white jasmine symbolizing love in Hindu culture softly cradles the scene. Regardless of creed or culture, our need for peace is universal, and this card invites you into its sanctuary to gain insight into your current predicament. Peace is not only found in calm, harmonious surroundings. Peace is a state of being, which can be cultivated from within. Thoughts have the power to free or enslave the thinker. The quality of your thoughts are mirrored by your reality, in turn affecting your potential to experience real and lasting peace. One of the first steps on this journey is acceptance, so be aware of any potentially paralyzing thoughts such as judgment or criticism. Cultivating a centered mind and body creates a platform from which to find peace. Meditation and yoga are effective tools for both, and with practice you can discipline restless thoughts and lead the mind to a still oasis of the present moment. Through stillness, you can learn to listen with your entire being and cultivate a direct relationship with oneness, which is always at peace regardless of mortal circumstances. Another way to experience sublime peace, even amid dynamic activity, is through selfless service to others. By creating a space unencumbered by restraints of the mind and dramas of the ego, peace can breathe, contemplate, and lead you to a richer understanding of its authentic nature. In the words of Sri Chinmoy, if you have inner peace, nobody can force you to be a slave to outer reality. That's powerful. That's super powerful. Okay, so remember we were talking earlier about this person not having such a great internal outlook or an outlook on life and having like this internal struggle or this emotional baggage. And then circumstantially, what was it just talking about? About your realities, your mortal realities, or the things that you feel encumbered by, right? This person is on a spiritual awakening. This person is hopefully going to invest in their own peace of mind and realize that, yes, thoughts do create manifestations. Like, that's one of the base elements of the law of attraction. Your thoughts create your reality. So this person might be learning that, or they might want to explore that, yeah? So that's what I got from that. Of course, please reinterpret and apply it to your life as you see fit. Cancer, that is your reading for mid-June. If you liked it, the like button is down below. If you want to leave a comment, let me know how this resonated in your life. That'd be super cool. If you want to share the video or subscribe to the channel, that would be awesome as well. Like I said at the top, I'll be back soon to do your birthday message. You'll get your July messages, and then we'll go live for you guys in mid-July to celebrate your birthday season. I'm also going to do the live before the month of June is up for the entire collective. So if you catch me on both or either of those live events, that'd be super cool. And yeah, if you want a personal reading, that information is down in the description box below, okay? All right, Cancer, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really do appreciate it. Take care. Bye.